Hey guys, Mr. B XRP here, and welcome back. Today is March 18th of 2020, and I just got to my office a little bit ago, and my office building is empty. I am like the only guy here. Everyone is working remotely from home, so apparently it's safe for me to be here because I'm the only person here, which makes it fantastic and nice and quiet, so I can kind of do what I need to do. But anyway, welcome back. Let's. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to go through, and let's just hit it right now. So looking at the market cap, it looks like the total market cap is just under 149 billion. Bitcoin is running about 5201. Ethereum's at 113, and XRP is holding just above 14 cents. And let's see what the activity looks like on Fiat Leak. Oh, Fiat Leak, it's nearing 15 cents actually. So a little bit stronger, and for those who haven't heard me say this before, we tend to see, wow, look at all this activity actually. We tend to see Fiat Leak lead the market. So usually where Fiat Leak is, the CoinMarketCap and Coinbase and all the other places that show prices tend to follow. Just a reminder to everyone that the money that you see flowing into XRP right here, right now on this screen is fiat to XRP or tether to XRP. That's it. So that's what they're showing on this graph, just in case you didn't know that. And this is fiatleak.com. They don't pay me to tell you that, but I just like the site, and you guys see me use it every day. So to the markets, let's see here. Let's get an update here on the market. The Dow Jones is down 957, Nasdaq is down 229, and the S&P is down 96. I thought the circuit breaker was going to trip the moment the market opened, but it held, and we'll keep our eyes on it. But this market is crazy right now. But the Dow is holding just above 20,000, and that psychological barrier of 20,000 is a big deal. So we'll keep our eyes on it. This was posted last night by BG, and I don't know how to say his name, or his handle, IRADJI. He's a community member, and he posted, Coinbase just canceled my account for no reason, anyone else. So I haven't heard the specifics around why Coinbase canceled his account. I know that he's an active community member, and he's shown assets on Twitter before, and he's had significant sized assets. So I'm sure he has had a lot of assets moving through Coinbase. I don't know why they would cancel him, but just giving you the heads up on that. I'm not saying anything's wrong. I'm not saying anything's going on. Just keep an eye on things, and if we hear about more cancellations, the question will be why. Now, I do know back in the first 2 weeks of January, Coinbase Pro was requesting everyone's, in the US, they were requesting tax information. And so I don't know if this is related to that, tax information not being available. Now, I will say this, and continuing on with Exchange Talk, I got an email from Bittrex yesterday, and Bittrex said they needed more information from me before I can do anything on their exchange with my account. So I have not had a chance to dig in what Bittrex is looking for. I've had a couple other friends send me a copy of their email. They got the same exact email. And in fact, let me pull it up real quick here and tell you exactly what it said. Important changes affecting all Bittrex customers. Starting March 31st, all transactions will be temporarily suspended for users that have not updated their Bittrex accounts with additional identifying information. Please log in to Bittrex.com to complete the information needed so your trading experience is not interrupted. So if you're in the US, and I don't know anywhere else, it could be other places as well, but if you haven't received that email, you might want to check your junk folder, because you probably did get one sent to you, and you probably need to take care of business. So heads up on that. This was funny on Twitter yesterday. Rob Art had posted this. My acquaintance's father's net worth has gone roughly from 1 billion to 670 million. They may have to lay off 800 workers. The recession is real. Which is sad. I mean, the truth is, everyone thinks that the rich people, have too much money, but the truth is it's the wealthy people that employ a lot of the other people in any country. But what was funny about this was David Schwartz drops in and obviously couldn't hold himself back and says, "Damn, does he have a GoFundMe or something?" So I thought that was funny, but there is nothing funny in laying off 800 workers, guys. This is serious stuff. A little levity is good, and it's nice to have some comedy. But this is real. This economic situation is very, very real. That's going on in the world, actually. I was out exercising this morning, and something came to my mind that I wanted to ask, or share with you guys, and maybe ask you this question. In fact, you guys can comment in the comment section below. I think it's time that Ripple comes clean. I think it's time that Ripple tells us the truth. I think it's time that Ripple tells us how many real customers they have. Because you know what? I don't believe they have 300 customers. I don't believe it. I absolutely do not believe it. I don't believe that with all the signups that they've been doing, with when Libra came out and Brad said they were signing up, I think it was 5 new contracts a day. I don't believe this 300 number. I mean, and what does that 300 number represent? And what does the 11,000 number represent for Swift, right? So and what I mean by that is, if the SBI bank consortium is made up of 50 banks, if those 50 banks are going to use XRP when we begin to finally see the activity out of Japan, because we don't even know what's going on over there because it's not being reported. But my point is, when the 50 banks start using it, are those 50 customers, or is SBI as a whole considered just one customer? I think that's kind of a good question for Ripple, and maybe I'll tag David and ask him that question. But I would love to know how many customers they really have, because I do not buy this 300 number. It's too conservative. There's no way. Don't buy it. I believe they have more customers, but I think it's part of not blowing everything up too soon. So. Moving on, this was from Michael at VAL5Link, and this was a statement that Catherine Coley made, who used to work for Ripple, that now is the CEO of Binance, and she's obviously a friend of Ripple still. She said, I recognize XRP was the faster version of Bitcoin and saw how a faster, cheaper option for moving money around the world could be significantly beneficial. So she's a friend of Ripple, and it's nice to have her at Binance, and I'm sure we're going to be doing things with Binance, or Ripple will be doing things with Binance, I should say. One of the things that's kind of interesting is look at everybody that's ever left Ripple, right? We all know that they are seemingly placed in strategic positions to aid in the adoption of XRP, let's face it. And for those that weren't placed in strategic positions, they're still speaking very positively about Ripple and very positively about XRP. So there isn't anybody out there blowing the horn saying, this is a scam, they're out of their minds, head for the hills. Everyone, even when they leave Ripple, they still support Ripple and what Ripple's doing. That's important. So pay attention to stuff like that. In life, sometimes it's reading in between the lines that matters. Cryptopolis had posted this, and he had said Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P futures once again limit down this morning. So essentially, the circuit breaker was expected to trip this morning before the market even opened. And then he went on to say, what is looking good at the moment? That's right, someone's been filling their XRP bags. So this is the Ledger site where you can see how many. I think it's Ledger Updated is what it is, and you can see how many XRP accounts hold how much XRP. But what's interesting here is look at how most every group is increasing their XRP holdings. Look at this parabolic move right here, right? But everyone is increasing their holdings. That's in the top 10%, which is a minimum of 2,767 XRP. Now, and even the top 2%, look at them. They're even increasing their bags. Now, here's the thing. These people could be consolidating their wallets, so some of that could be going on. But we certainly know that even Coinbase has stated that XRP wallets have grown in size too. So interesting stuff. It's nice to see that we don't see anybody dumping here. We don't see the whales dumping their XRP, so that's a good thing. Wanted to share that with you if you hadn't seen it. This also was from Michael at VAL Link. CoinMarketCap launches crypto briefings, digital asset ratings. Well, This is probably going to upset a lot of people. All right, so let's go to it. So if I go to CoinMarketCap and I click on Bitcoin and I go down to ratings, and now if this has been up there for a while, guys, I missed it. I didn't see it. So Bitcoin has an A rating. Wow, okay. Why does it have an A rating? Oh, A minus, I should say. Massive market dominance, traded virtually everywhere crypto is traded, global ecosystem and brand recognition, active core and third-party development, primary on and off ramp to fiat currency. I wouldn't disagree with any of that. But what I would disagree with is as you go down, they gave 3 bars for the team. What team? I mean, I'm not aware they even have a team. They don't even have a CEO. There's nobody behind it. The project is almost 3 bars. I don't know. If you read the first line of the Bitcoin white paper, it says it's a peer-to-peer payment system, which it's not, that doesn't need the use of a third-party financial party. Well, wait a second. Up here, it said that, where is it? Primary on and off ramps to fiat currencies. Well, where do you do that? You do that on an exchange, okay? You can't get back to your fiat to pay your creditors without an exchange. So my point is, and I've been beating this drum, is Bitcoin is failing on the first line of its white paper. It's not a peer-to-peer exchange of money, and it doesn't negate the use of a third party. You absolutely need a third party, otherwise you can't get your money in, you can't get your money out, and that's just the way it goes. So having looked at Bitcoin, let's jump over and look at XRP. Let's see how they rate XRP. Okay, so here we are on XRP, and let's go to the XRP rating by CoinMarketCap.com. And give me the ratings, guys. Okay, ratings. Let's see. It is a B minus. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what's going on with that. Remittances are clearly advantageous market for blockchain tech. XRP's adoption is backed by Ripple Labs, which has massive financial resources. Partnerships look great on paper, but implementations are thin. Okay. High level of centralization, but exceptionally liquid. Oh, I like that. And prospect of regulatory action in the United States appears to be receding. Really? That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Team, wow, look at that. The team for XRP is just over 2 bars, so it's less than Bitcoin. The project is 2 bars, and the ecosystem is looks like 2.5 or 2 1/3 bars. So so they have rated Bitcoin higher than XRP. I can't wait for the day, and you guys know the day I'm talking about, the day of the real flippening when XRP takes Bitcoin's position, and everybody is all of the blind people are shocked because they're all going to be shocked. All right, let's move on. That's just ridiculous. Oh man, crazy stuff. All right, moving on. Okay, I want you to hear what Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said. And this is about the current event, which we refer to it as the current event, guys.
Say a stimulus package for American workers. Do you mean direct payments to Americans, or are you talking about a payroll tax holiday?
Although the president likes the idea of the payroll tax holiday, I will tell you what we've heard from many people, and the president has said we can consider this. The payroll tax holiday would get people money over the next 6 to 8 months. We're looking at sending checks to Americans immediately. And what we've heard from hardworking Americans, many companies have now shut down, whether it's bars or restaurants. Americans need cash now, and the president wants to get cash now. And I mean now, in the next 2 weeks.
How much?
I will be previewing that with the Republicans. There's some numbers out there. They may be a little bit bigger than what's in the press.
Go ahead, please.
You know, so I know a lot of people are here to get the digital asset news, but the truth is that the economy is part of the digital asset news. So you guys have to bear with me or anyone else that's talking about this, because this stuff is real. It affects all of us, and we really need to pay attention to it. Obviously, something needs to happen in all the economies of the world. I don't know what the right thing is, but they need to do something because so many people are out of work. This was also from Cryptopolis Breaking. Steve Mnuchin says individuals can defer income tax for 90 days without penalty or interest up to $1 million per individual if filed before April 15th deadline. In addition, within 2 weeks, checks will be sent directly to U.S. citizens for relief of the crisis. So I don't know if this is official yet. So don't take this as an official announcement because I'm saying it. But what we're hearing here is if you owe money to the IRS, you may be able to wait 90 days to pay them. Now, the truth of the matter is, I don't think people are going to be any better off 90 days from now than they are today if they have the money. So I don't know if that 90 days is going to work. I really don't. I think they're going to have to, I'm not sure how that's going to work out because people are not going to be better off necessarily in 90 days than they are today, than they are on April 15th. Let's hope so, but not necessarily. This was from Michael Arrington. He's at Arrington on Twitter. Philadelphia. So he said, be prepared to protect your families. The police may not. So this is just so hard to believe. I mean, the police in Philadelphia announced effective Tuesday, March 17th at the start of 4 p.m. Arrests of the following offenses will be I don't even know that word. Effectuated? I don't even know. So effectuated via arrest warrant. So apparently they're not going to arrest people who do narcotic offenses, theft from persons, retail theft, theft from auto, burglary, vandalism, bench warrants, stolen automobiles, economic crimes, bad checks, prostitution. Officers who encounter persons who would ordinarily be arrested for these offenses and processed at a detective division immediately following arrest will adhere to the following procedures. Temporarily detain the offender for the length of time required to confirm identity. This may require the deployment of mobile fingerprint scanners. Prepare all relevant paperwork. Release offender. Submit all paperwork to the detective division of occurrence. So essentially they're telling the people, this is like the purge. I mean, they're literally telling people it's okay to do these things, the people that would do these things, and they're not going to get arrested. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. Anyway, just want to bring that to your attention. I can't even believe it. Another thing I can't believe, if you told me this yesterday, I wouldn't have believed you. This is from Fact on Twitter. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. So guys, listen, here's the bottom line in life. It's not what happens to you in life. It's how you react to it. So no matter how big the problem, it's your reaction to it. You got to be cool. You have to have a plan, and you have to react properly. You can never lose your cool and blow out of proportion. Okay. So I wish everybody a fantastic day. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an Amazon delivery driver yet. And I'm not a crypto expert. These are my opinions only. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say. This video is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please like and subscribe. And also, it turns out that like only 9% of my subscribers have the notifications button hit. So hit that little bell and get notified when my new videos come up. And also share my videos with anybody who you think might appreciate them. And everyone, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.